Hi, my darlings. I'm Sophie Darling, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hello, my name is Sophie. I have a doctorate in literature, which means I get way too emotionally invested in the shows that I am watching. So if you're looking for a reactor that likes to discuss symbolism, themes, and character development, then you're definitely in the right place. So why don't you hit that subscribe button so you never miss an episode? Today, we are reacting to the finale of season 2. Hopefully, we'll get an announcement for season 3 at some point. Thorfinn is finally going home. He's finally going to reunite with his mom and learn about everything that's happened since he's been away. And I swear, if she says that he reminds her of his dad, I'm gonna lose it. We have the farm being worked on and restored. We have Canute going down a better path than he was on. So he has turned away from one direction, is still focused on building his utopia, but he's now understanding that it shouldn't be at any cost. He's now weighing up his options rather than thinking that bloodshed is the only way forward, violence is the only answer. We have Leif finally fulfilling his promise. Einar's going with Thorfinn, so it's going to be nice for Einar to see Thorfinn's village and meet his family, and maybe this will be then the stepping stone to them wanting to go to Vinland to build their own society away from war and violence. But yeah, it's just going to be very emotional, I think, because this is all I've wanted since season 1 is for Thorfinn to go home to see his mom. So now that it's finally here, it feels almost unreal. But he's changed so much, he's grown so much, and I'm just so proud of the man that he's become, and his father would be too. He deserves to be happy, he deserves a chance to rebuild and to pave a new life for himself, his family, and all those that can't live in the violence of society. I do just want to say, I am aware that the point of the show is that no one deserves to die, no matter how heinous they are, and that includes Kettle. When I was talking about how I was sad that he didn't die, I was venting my frustrations because it just reiterates the cruelty of this world, that Arnheid should die and Kettle should live. But of course, it is more of a punishment for Kettle to remain alive than to die. Dying would be an escape for him, whereas in life, he gets to see his son become a man, a better man than he was. He gets to see what his actions have wrought, that he led to the death of Arnheid and that unborn child, that no one respects him anymore, that his wealth and his greed brought this suffering onto the land. They're living a more simplistic life because they don't have enough people now because of Kettle's foolhardy ways to run the farm to the same capacity. But he's having to live with the consequences of his actions, and he's having to accept that he is at fault for all of this, and he can't hide under this delusion that he was a good father, that he was a good man, because he wasn't. He was a coward. He was never a good man. Yes, because of him, Einar and Thorfinn are free. Peter is free. So, like, he has done good things, but that doesn't atone for all the harm that he's caused. And death would be too merciful for him. If death is freedom for Arnheid, death would be a mercy for Kettle, because in life he has to face the consequences of his actions every single day. He can't run from it, he can't hide from it, and he has to face it, confront it, and live with it in the same way that Thorfinn has had to do the same thing with the violence that he shared in season 1. And whether Kettle will learn, I don't know. But the message of the show is that no one is beyond redemption, not even Kettle. Even though I hate him, he's not beyond redemption, because no one is. Everyone has the chance and the opportunity to be reborn. But without further ado, we're going to jump into the finale of Vinland Saga. It's icy! I'm just like, I've never seen this before.
このことだな。低いなあ。太陽。なるほど。畑のない国か。
Finally understands what Thorfinn was telling him.
条件のいい場所では 夏場に麦作をする者もおるが。じゃあ、島民はみんな羊飼いや牛飼いなんですか？いや、職人や漁師もおるよ。島民みんなで牧畜をするには地と牧草地が足りんのだ。だから集中して漁をする人々もいるのさ。
There was a lot of fishing in
トルフ
Thorfinn's
ィンの村
village.
もそういう。
Yeah.
へえって、お前ここに住ん
He
でたんだ
was
ろ？
6 when he left. He doesn't remember. So much has happened since then.
あれ俺って何歳？
トルフィン、エイナル。
He doesn't even know his age. I'd say it's a good, like, 16 years, maybe? 15?
どんな顔して母上や姉上に会えばいいんだ。
I'm not good at maths.
この宝刀息子め。ようやく里帰りだ。
Oh! Oh, I'm already getting emotional. Get it together.
トルフィン、
When life was so simple.
村のみんなが待っとるぞ。
They're like, wait, what?
誰？全然。ユルバに弟なんていたか？
He's been gone so long, they don't even remember him.
ああ、俺の名前を言ってみな。
He doesn't
ここに
know.
住んでたならわかるはずだ。
ファクシ
間違えた。怪しいぞこいつ。フンジバルか。
おっちゃん。
しゃあねえ。ユルバに合わせてみっか。おお、そうだな。
Is she like the chief of the village?
言ったよな、ベルゲ。この村で赤木な真似すんじゃねえって。
She hasn't changed.
なんだって聞こえねえぞ。
I wonder if she's got kids of her own at this point.
やっと連れ帰ったぞ。トルフィンだ。
Oh my god, they're so alike.
トルフィン。
姉上。
She's gonna hit him, isn't she?
姉上。
なんてやつは知らん。
Does she disown him?
ユルバ、お前の弟のトルフィンだ。
弟？ああ、そういえばそんな名前。
You never forgot your brother.
前にヨークで会った話はしただろ
じゃあなんでそん時連れ帰らなかったのさ。
う。それはいろいろとあってだな。
Does she not want to get her hopes up that he actually is alive? Oh, she genuinely thinks Thorfinn's dead.
ありがとう、レイフさん。それよりも。
No, she's in her heart believed that he was dead.
レイフさんたぶらかしてどういうことなんだ。
It is your brother.
ほら言ってみろよこら。
ややこしいことになったな。
I think she just didn't want to get her hopes up that
難しい問題よ。
that he was actually alive. She took her father's death so hard and Thorfinn's disappearance hard that she probably didn't want to get hurt by believing that he was really alive still and then being disappointed when he never returned home. So she just hardened herself and believed that he was dead. It's the way that he ran to her like a child. It's not the reunion he was hoping for.
忘れてても
Ah,
十何年さまよって生きて親の顔を拝めるんだ。俺はガキの頃に親と生き別れて
he'd give anything to have what he has.
羨ましいぜ。お前はなんなら俺が代わりに親孝行してくれる。
I'll pretend to be you.
いや、すまん、ギョロ。ありがとう。
I think that's the perspective that he needs, a reality check that he's in such a fortunate situation. I think his mom will remember him. She'll recognize him. Oh my god, there's so many kids.
ばあちゃん、トルフィンって誰？トルフィン。
Are these Yelva's children? She knows him. A mother never forgets her child.
おふくろ
何をこれ以上ややこしくすんなだよ、いいじゃん。いや、違うんだ。
This one's
こ
mine.
っちが。
トルフィン。
母上
こんなに大きくなって。そっくり。やっぱり親子なのね。
I knew she was gonna say that, and it still breaks my heart. Ah.
母上今まですみませんでした
A mother knows her child always.
トルフィン。
Welcome home. Finally. Oh, poor Finn. He's just a kid still. He just needs his mom. I'm a wreck.
母さんドルフィンが帰ってきたって
父ちゃん、おかえり。おかえり。
They got married.
俺
She actually married him.
ドルフィンすまなかった俺たちのせいでトールズさんをあれ俺がバカだったんだ
I love that Ari recognizes him straight away as well. It's only Yelva, and I think it's because Yelva doesn't want to be upset and sad. Where are you going, Aina? Your family.
今夜はこれでおいとまします。
No, you're staying here.
いいじゃない。ちょっと狭いけど、なんとかなるでしょ。トルフィンの兄弟なら。あ
Go!
なたは私の息子よ。ここはあなたの家。遠慮はいらないわ。
She gains not only one son back, she gained another one.
もう聞いてよ、母上。あの凍結少年。
She's doing that thing she did in season 1 where she emotionally closes herself off. She doesn't want to embrace the emotions
お邪魔し
of
ます
accepting his
なんだ
return.
聞いてな
本物よ。本当にトルフィンが帰ってき
Poor
たのよ。
Thorfinn.
本物？
え？まさか、え？本当？本物のトルフィン？
He is.
ただいま姉上
トルフィン！
姉上
She's gonna hit him again. The real Iron Fist kettle is Yelva. I love how younger kids are like, my mom is so strong and cool.
大丈夫だエイナル俺は殴られ
But not by Yelva. Uh,
発かよ。
he couldn't stand 100 against Yelva.
やっぱり母ちゃん最強だ。
She hasn't changed one bit. Oh, I am like a wreck. I haven't stopped crying and I haven't stopped laughing. Just so glad that they accepted Aina as part of the family as well. She's like, if you're Thorfinn's brother, that makes you my son. So this is your home too. And the memories of his dad at the forge. It's like not just reconnecting with his family, but with his father too.
トルフィンは
これまでの16年間に経験したことを家族に語って聞かせた。トールズの死からケティルの農場を立つまでの経験を。
And what a journey it's been.
要所のみをかいつまんで話したが、その憎悪と闘争、死と破壊、絶望と後悔、悲しみと再生の歴史は、聞く者を絶句させた。
So much suffering, so much strength and power to come back from it all.
俺の罪は重い。行かなきゃならない。平和の国を築くために、フィンランドへ。
おやりなさい。
Oh,
母上。この世界から逃げ出したいと思っている
it's what your
人は
father would have
大勢
wanted as well.
私とトールズも戦士の国ヨムスボルグから逃
But
れ
it wasn't far
こ
enough
の島へ来ました。
because war eventually found them.
あなたは平和の国を作って待ち、その人々を迎えるのです。そのために生きなさい。トールズの子、トルフィン。
ありがとう、母上。
The faith she has in him.
にしてもフィンランドに国
He
を
can't
作
do
る
it alone though.
大規模な事業になりますね。
They're gonna go with him.
だが人員に家畜、資材、船も買い足さにはならんぞ。
You'll need Leif.
そもそも資金だ。それだけの大金、そう簡単には集められんぞ。わしの助けがなければな。
ありがとう、おっちゃん。
まだ船を降りない気か？
さすがレイフさん。
そんなうまくいくの？大丈夫よ。
何やりようはいくらで
Nothing
もあ
in
る
life
ぞ。
is easy, but it doesn't mean it's not worth doing. He calls him dad. Oh. Like when he picked up the dagger for the first time.
まったく本当についてっちゃうとはね。
姉上、父上は本当にすごい人だった。
He was.
強くて
You are
優しくて
too.
俺なんかには見えない。ずっと先を見ていた。
Now we can rest in peace knowing his son's on the right path.
変わり者だったからね。
Oh. It's the same as when they were talking about the slave. Same scene. But only it's him and Ina now rather than him and his father. The
昔
slave they buried.
父上が守ろうとした人だ。
Well, he wasn't a slave. He died free.
奴隷だったんだ。主の元から逃げてきて生き倒れていたところを父上が助けたんだ。主と交渉して羊8頭と交換したらしい。
He did.
羊8頭と。お前のお人よしは親父譲りだな。
He does.
寒い。夜はまた一段と寒さが答えるな。先戻ってるぜ、トルフィン。
ねえ、ここからも逃げたい人はどこに行くの？
もう分かってるんだろ。
It's the fact that he doesn't even need to tell him because he knows. Look how proud he is. A piece of force is now back. my god. Oh, I'm so sad it's over. They were showing like flashbacks to their experiences. Helga, Bors, and Yelva as they were fleeing and starting a life away from war and conflict. Then it skipped to Askeladd and his journey and his ties to his mother and this want to build a better world. And then it skips to Thorfinn because Thorfinn's following in their footsteps. He's achieving what they weren't able to do. And that's why it's Bors, Askeladd, Thorfinn. If there was never like a third series, I don't think I would even be mad. I think this ends on such like a positive, hopeful message that like I don't think I would be angry. I feel like if it just concluded here, that would be enough. Of course, I don't want it to. I want to see them build this world and all the complications that potentially come with it and the challenges they have to overcome, but I think this is just such a beautiful finale of hope and redemption, and it's never too late to be reborn and to reconnect, that they're going to strive for something better. They're going to be better. And the fact that like Force doesn't say anything to him because Force doesn't have anything to say to him. He already knows everything that Force could say to him. He already carries within his heart. So when he says, you already know that, don't you? Because he knows. Thorfinn knows. He's proud of him. And I knew Helga was gonna say, you look like your dad. And like the juxtaposition between the two of them, oh, that broke me. And poor Yelva, she's doing exactly what she did in season 1, where she just doesn't want to admit that she's impacted by loss. So she just believed that Thorfinn was dead because it was easier to mourn him than to deal with the what ifs of where is he, why is he not come back. So she'd rather deal with that than embrace the potentiality of him coming home, because what if it isn't him and she gets her hopes up and it's crushed again and she's seen her mom suffer all these years missing her son. It's a protective aspect, but I love that she married Ari because he says, when I return, will you marry me? And they did get married and they have 3 boys, I think it is, 3 boys and a girl. And they're all like, oh my god, my mom is so strong. And Ari's like, oh my fucking god, what is she doing? I bet Ari never talks back to her because she'd lift him up and shake him around. And the fact that he could withstand 100 punches from a Viking warrior, but only 1 punch from Yalva. She's the strongest of the strong. It's a good thing she doesn't want to bring any pain or suffering to anyone, but poor Thorfinn, just the initial arrival, all this hope and expectation, and it's not exactly what you anticipated. Nobody really remembers you because it's been so long. How could they? But I love that Bug Eyes was able to get through to him of, you know, instead of wallowing in this like pessimism and upset that your own sister denies that it's you and nobody remembers you, go and see your mum's face, because even if, worst case scenario, she doesn't recognize you, at least you got to see her face again, and I'd give anything to be able to do that. Realize how fortunate you are. So few people escape slavery and get to return to their families. The odds are slim, so be grateful. And I think that was what pulled him out of that thought process, and I just loved that she instantly recognized him because a mother never forgets her child. Of course she's going to recognize him, but it's how they all rally around him. They have belief and faith that he's going to achieve his goal, that he's going to build this better world, and through him, Forz's dream lives on. It's just a phenomenal story of redemption, of atoning for what you have done and coming to the realization that instead of destroying, you want to have a hand in rebuilding. You want to offer people a sanctuary that cannot be taken from them through violence and war. You want to give them a better chance to live in this world. I think without season 1, this would lack the power that it does have. Season 1 is the prologue, sets up the power for season 2. Without it, we wouldn't understand just how emotional Thorfinn's journey in season 2 is, how far he's come, because season 1 sets up his cycle of revenge and the anger and the hatred he feels, and we see this dejected, angry young boy, and he's struggling to find a sense of direction, a sense of purpose, and you see how young he is and this sense of anger and almost hopelessness at times. And then in season 2 we see him let that go and try to be a better man, to try and hold himself accountable for the pain that he's caused. He can never shed the weight of the lives that he has taken, but he can carry them forward with him. He can remember them. He can atone for the harm that he has caused, but he can only do that through recognizing that they cannot be left behind, they cannot be forgotten. So the fact that we see this journey, this narrative arc of him as a child, the anger, the resentment, the need for revenge manifesting into this man that he's becoming, this figure that wants to be reborn, that wants to make a difference, and is practicing what he preaches, that is striving to be like his father, to the point that he even starts to remember the words that his father said to him so long ago, is just so impactful and powerful. And again, without that first season, it wouldn't have the same emotional connection, because we are on this journey with Thorfinn. We become connected to him. We want him to go home. We want him to do better. So to finally get that, it feels like he's been rewarded for all his hard work and his efforts of coming to terms with the suffering and pain that he's caused others, for taking this vow of pacifism, for finally being able to fulfill what his father told him of having no enemies, of truly loving others unconditionally, no matter what harm they've caused you. That hard work paved the way for him to finally realize he needs to go home and see his family. And it's the reward at the end of it all, that he gets to reunite with those that love him and connect with them once more, and hopefully will be beside him as he rebuilds, as he starts to create a better world. But it's just the way in which this isn't just him coming home, this is him retracing his father's steps, of going to the places that he remembers seeing his father in the smithery, and then going to the grave of the man that his father saved, of reconnecting with the man that he lost and set him on this journey to begin with, that he finally now truly understands, and who can rest in peace knowing that his son is no longer going down that same path that he was. But my heart is just so full and emotional that he finally is home. And it's all I've wanted for so long. And I can't begin to express just how much it means that Leif fulfills his promise. Thorfinn sees his mom and his sister, that they're all able to finally get some closure in their lives, that Thorfinn gets to see his family again, but they also get to realize that he is still alive. He's still there. They didn't lose him because they didn't know what had happened to him for so long. But I don't know what to say, because I'm just so sort of emotionally overwhelmed. But this has been a phenomenal roller coaster, and I'm still like fingers crossed for season 3. I think that's why like it's really hard to kind of have an overall conclusive talk about the finale, because it kind of sets up the hope for something else, the hope for something more, of pursuing another journey, that you're kind of almost waiting for that, rather than there being like a conclusive point to the show that you can then just discuss everything as a whole. But this journey has been so worth it and so emotional, and season 3 I imagine is going to pack the same punch. I just hope we do get a season 3. If not, I'm going to have to start reading the manga, because I don't think I can just leave the journey here. I think in terms of anime, if it just left here, I would be somewhat content, because it's such a fulfilling episode. but there is still that want for more. I still want to see what Thorfinn's going to go on and achieve in this recognition that he is his father's son and that he's going to make his father proud. And the way that Yalva and Helga are able to mourn Thors again, the way in which Thors has never been forgotten, not by Thorfinn, not by Yalva, not by Helga. They kept his armor, they kept his broken sword, and even then they're looking at it before it flashes back to Helga's memories of being on the boat as they were striving out for new lands to create a better society. And just the way she so easily embraces Einar as her son. Ooh, I am not okay. I am emotionally destroyed. I think I cried for the majority of that. I don't think I actually really said anything, but yeah, I think that's all I want to say for now. Thank you for joining me for season 2 of Vinland. Here's hoping we get season 3 at some point next year. But it's, again, always kind of difficult to have like a conclusive discussion of a series when it's set up with the premise of there being another one after this. So it's a little bit more difficult, but the hope for something else, for a new opportunity, is palpable, and it's not just a dream anymore, it's becoming a reality. And I can't wait to see what Thorfinn builds. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this react, please consider liking, subscribing, and leaving a comment below to help boost this video into the algorithm. And until next episode, bye!